Now that we've got everything unpackaged from the box that the Saber Heat Mittens came in, now we can start unwrapping everything and looking at each individual accessory and the mittens themselves. So let's begin with the charging cables. So let's unwrap this. And looking at the charging cables, the immediate thing that I notice is the quality of the wires. You'll see that each one of these wires is this nice, thick, durably finished wire with a really nice thick sheeting, which means that your wires can pump out tons of power to charge up your batteries, but also it's safe and it's durable, so it'll last a very long time. Another thing that I'm noticing is that the power bank here, the little system here, what this does is it outputs a very strong voltage with a strong amperes. So this indicates that this has a fast charging system, which means that you should be able to charge up the mittens in a very short period of time and get hours and hours of use. And another really cool feature is the fact that you can charge both of the batteries with the same plug. So you don't have to carry around two different plugs, two different cables, two different everything. You can do it all from the same wire. Next up, we can look at the individual batteries. So I believe that those would be found in these little packaged box here. And what you can see is the level of quality, even when it comes to shipping. They come in a individual, they came actually in one giant cardboard box. That cardboard box housed two individual cardboard boxes, and inside each one of those boxes, you have an individually wrapped battery. You can tell that's so invaluable because these batteries can be incredibly dangerous if you don't package these right. There's a ton of charge inside of these, and if you were to ship these batteries out without proper packaging, it could lead to some pretty dangerous scenarios. But with Save Your Heat, they definitely plan things properly and they package things with quality the same way that their mittens are. So you can see here that we have this lithium polymer battery that it's 7.4 volts, 3000 milliamp hours. And what that tells you is that these are really big quality batteries that can store tons of charge and keep your hands warm for hours at a time. They're very lightweight, but they feel quality and they know that these will last for hours. The next thing we'll move to is the actual charging plug adapter. So, unwrapping that, you will see that this is a really nice quality, lightweight, durable charging block that over here we can see the output is a really high voltage in amperes, which tells you that it uses USB-C, but it also uses the fast charging capabilities. So whether you want to use this for your phone or whether you want to use this for your mittens or your gloves, this will make sure that you're able to charge up your mittens, your heated gloves, your heated socks, anything from Saber Heat in a quick fashion. Next up is the user guide. And so the nice thing about these user guides is how detailed and thorough they are. You can see here it talks about installing the batteries, how to charge the batteries, the different heat settings and the temperatures that they function at, the different battery power indicators. You also have a manual that's in multiple different languages that tells you what's included, the heating time, the washing instructions, how to use them, how to charge them, the warranties involved, and the precautions that should be necessary when you're using the batteries. So really, really neat features and a really nice quality user guide that comes with the Mint. Next thing up is just a nice simple sticker that Save Your Heat sends you with their logo, a really, really nice addition to the packaging so that you can represent where you got your awesome heated gloves at. Next up, we're going to go to the traveling case. So this is a nice traveling drawstring bag that says intelligent heating on it. It's a nice, seems like a waterproof material. You can hear that. It's thick, it's quality. You can put your mittens or gloves inside of this along with the wires and cables and anything electrical. And it's got a nice drawstring here so that you can keep things nice, tight, and safe. And last but certainly not least are the mittens themselves. So here are the mittens and let's begin unpackaging these. let's go ahead and look around the mittens themselves and just talk about the different features. Starting off, you'll see that there is a nice little buckle here, a little clasp where you can actually attach both of the mittens together so that you don't lose them. So I'm going to put one to the side, and we can see that now we have unattached the individual mitten. Another nice feature is this little strap here so you can tighten the mittens around your wrist. You have the heated button here so that you can turn the heated elements on, as well as look at the battery life indicator. You also have these really nice stitched lines so that your hand can bend around anything that you'd be grabbing. You have the Save Your Heat logo here. You also have this really nice reflective strip here so that if you're going out in the dark, you'll have some type of protection when cars or anything is driving by. This will reflect so people can see you at nighttime. Flipping over the mitten, you'll see that again, there's these nice stitched seams that make it nice and easy for you to fold your hand up. And overall, it's just this nice quality mitten with multiple different materials in there, and all of them serving a very nice specific function to keep your hands warm. Okay, so now let's get into the real details of these gloves. So to start off is the fact that the thumb provides more warmth than most mittens. And the reason why is because Saver Heat has this upgraded heated mitten that increases 20% of the heated elements in the thumb and adds a new small heated wire going across the palms. That heated area covers the palms, it covers the hands, covers the back of the hands, and it covers the fingers and the fingertips. So these heated ski mittens solve the problem of heating that's unbalanced throughout the fingers. And you're going to feel warmth and heat wearing these upgraded heated ski gloves, considering that they have these rechargeable heated mittens and they're suitable for both men and women. The next incredible thing has to do with the battery life, which is that these mittens can emit heat for up to 12 hours of power. Again, they come with this dual 7.4 volt, 3000 milliamp lithium polymer batteries that deliver up to 12 hours of warmth. And that is from the Saber Heat testing reports. They've been tested, they've been analyzed, and they've got hours and hours and hours of use, which outperform other 5 volt, 3.7 volt heated gloves. And don't forget that these use a dual port fast charger, which allows for fully rechargeability between both batteries in just about 2 hours. So you're always ready for the next day of skiing, snowboarding, hiking, or even any type of winter commuting. The next thing is the 3 different heat settings, which you can choose from 3 precise heat settings, going from 104 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit on the low setting, 113 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit on the medium setting, and all the way up to 122 to 149 degrees Fahrenheit to match changing weather and activity levels. So whether you want a gentle all-day warmth or maximum heat on the slopes, these rechargeable heated ski gloves keep you comfortable without overheating or sweating. And one of the last really cool features about these mittens is that most gloves or most heated winter mittens don't involve touchscreen capabilities. So these mittens from Save Your Heat have touchscreen thumbs and windproof heated gloves, which means that you can use touchscreens on the thumb and allow you to use your phone, your tablet, your car screen without even removing the mittens. So they're also built with this windproof technology and water-resistant exterior, which makes it so that these electric mittens keep your hands warm and dry in harsh conditions and allow you to enjoy the convenience and comfort while staying protected from the cold. So, with all that being said, let's put in the battery and see if we can test out the heated feature. So, we've got the mittens here and the battery right here. We're going to open up the little pocket on the inside of the glove, which is nice and safe for a electrically powered mitten, and we can go ahead and plug in the mittens there. Also keep in mind it comes with this nice rubber grommet to keep the connectors clean and dry when not in use. And we're just going to slip the battery back inside this little pocket, which has nice Velcro for us to close back up again. Now let's turn on the gloves. You can see here that the battery is fully charged, which is amazing for the company to be shipping out the batteries fully charged so that they're ready to go as soon as you get them. And you can also see that they are on the highest setting. Also note that each one of these mittens has this really nice anti-losing band. And this allows it so that when you take the mittens off for any reason, you won't lose the mittens because they're still attached to you. So we're going to give the mittens about a minute or two so that they can warm up, and then we'll come back with a review on how they feel with the heated element. Okay, so we're back. The mittens have had a good 5 minutes to warm up, and so now we're going to put these on to see how they feel. One thing I do want to note is even from the outside, I can feel the heat radiating, which tells you just how warm these mittens can get. And as I'm putting my hand in, I can feel the warmth all the way from the outside here. So slipping on the mittens, oh my God, I can tell you that these are probably the warmest set of heated element gloves or mittens I've ever worn. They are quality. They feel so warm. It feels so soft and plush on the inside. And as I'm wearing them, I'm just noticing more features like this really cool drawstring on the outside that will prevent snow or water from getting on the inside of your mittens. I'm also noticing that each one of these mittens, rather than just having an open space on the inside where cold air can get in, there is actually, they are mittens, but there are individual pockets for each one of your fingers to slip into, kind of similar to a normal glove. But it has the benefit of mittens because all the fingers are still in one enclosed area. So you can see each individual finger still moving, but there's still a strip on the inside that keeps them together nice and tight and warm. The last thing I want to show is the inside material that these mittens are created of. It is this really, really soft, plush, very comfortable fabric that is just feels like velvet on your fingers. It feels incredible, and I have no doubt that these are going to keep me nice and warm no matter what I'm doing outside. So now that I have the mittens tested on the inside, let's take them outside and put them to the test.
All right, so now we've been outside on a cold, snowy winter day here in Virginia. It's been about 5 degrees Fahrenheit outside for the past couple of hours, and we've been outside, we've been shoveling the snow, we've been working outside, and we've been just getting these gloves tested out as best as we possibly can. We've been out here for a couple hours, and I've got to say, these gloves are amazing. Hands are perfectly toasty, perfectly warm. Honestly, they've been so warm that I've actually had to put the heat setting down from high to medium and even now on low just because they were so hot that I didn't even need them on at the highest setting. So these gloves are absolutely amazing. We're now going to go back inside and give a final review of the gloves.
So we're back from the outside, and we've tested the mittens for hours, and I just wanted to give a final review on the Savior Heat heated mittens. I just want to say I have a couple of different gloves and mittens from Savior Heat. Every single product that they've ever created that I've tested out has been an incredible asset for me. I live in the cold Virginia winter, and it's absolutely freezing. It's always snowing, it's always cold, there's always a wind chill, but these mittens kept me nice and warm. There's plenty of battery life still on them, even after about 2 hours of use. You can see that it's still a full battery charge. These gloves and mittens, they were waterproof, they were windproof. I could still use my phone on the outside. They were nice and tight to keep the snow and water out. The inside was nice and comfortable with the little velvet interior. And I'm just so excited to test these gloves out more throughout the winter. Again, highly recommend these from Savior Heat. They create incredible products. I'm going to have a link to their products in the description below.